What's up, everybody? I'm Richard.
And I'm Shawn.
And we are speaking the language of bromance. And Shawn, we are... I know it's been a minute, and I know we're all still, we there's some fatigue, there's some fatigue going on, but I have to bring it up, Shawn.
Oh, Richard.
I gotta do something that I know you don't like doing, but we gotta do it.
Yeah, nope. So I told you I thought it was a rash, and I went to the doctor, and they said it's just because I keep putting toothpaste on my wiener, and I'm like,
nope.
Well,
those doctors are lying to you, and for the number one and number two, it has nothing to do with me. Let's make that clear. I had no part in it.
The rash or the toothpaste? You're the one that gave me the idea for the toothpaste.
Oh.
You're like, well, they put fluoride in our water.
Works
like,
for me.
Well, I wash with water.
Right?
And it goes on my wiener, and there's toothpaste in fluoride.
Yeah. So, science.
Yeah. And then burning sensation. And now my penis has been glowing for a month.
Hey, well, I don't know if the burning sensation is from the fluoride, but just to throw that out there. No, Shawn, the thing I have to bring up, and I know you don't like it, we got to talk politics.
So we are a day. So we'll give them a peek behind the curtain. We are the day before the election, midterm elections.
Day before midterm elections.
Everybody go out and vote.
So at the end of this, by the time you're hearing this, some of you might be very happy. Some of you might be very sad. Some of you might be completely indifferent. And some of you are dead. I mean, just saying statistically.
Statistically, yeah.
Some of you
not
are
from
dead.
Not from the voting or the election.
Not from voting, and not because
life.
of us.
Yeah.
This is not an admission of guilt. I'm going to say that right now.
Unless you're dying from laughter. Yeah,
allegedly.
Am I right?
Allegedly dying from laughter. No, Shawn, I'm going to talk to you about a candidate. This is a candidate in Florida.
Ooh, the land of opportunity.
Because, of course, it's a candidate from Florida. There was a who was it? Mark Maron. Mark Maron had a very good comment about Florida once. He said, if you live in Florida, you're either at the end of your life or the end of your rope.
I don't know. I've been to Key West, and I guess you might be at the end of your rope there, and you just party out all the time.
Right? You're just like, fuck it!
Woo, Duval Crawl! Woo!
Can't take it with you. Ah!
Oh, wait, did you just throw a bunch of change at me? Yeah, that's all I have left on me. Can I get a beer?
I'm going to talk to you about the U.S. House candidate. This is the U.S. House of Representatives candidate.
Oh, so this is like federal government. This isn't just like state.
Yes.
House.
Her name is Bettina Rodriguez Aguilera.
Is she related to Christina? Is that where the story's going? Oh my God, she's missing like so many good, like, I don't know anything about her election or her campaign or what party or anything she is. We should not say it just to keep it kind of bipartisan. But she's missing like some great, like she could be like doing like a genie in a bottle is like her campaign, like theme song. She's like, if you rub me the right way, honey, I'll...
So basically she's like, hey, if everybody rubs me the right way, then I'll be a good representative.
Yeah, and the feds are like...
That's prostitution, Shawn.
Yeah, and that's like taking bribes.
I was going to say, isn't that bribery
I think
in a way?
so. Not if they're, what is it?
Do you
Lobbyist.
think that would work with my representative? My representative's like a 70-year-old white dude.
Maybe.
Like, I'll walk in and be like, hey.
You're wearing like a Christina Aguilera crop top.
Right? And I'm like, hey, if I give you a belly rub, is there any way I could
I'll rub you the right way.
Get some grant money?
He's like, get out of my office, sir.
I want some grant money to start a podcast, and in exchange, I will give you a belly rub.
Because you're the genie in the bottle.
Yeah.
Well, the money's the genie. You're the bottle. No, I'm going to rub your belly the right way. He's like, no, stop.
Who wants a raspberry?
Oh, don't do it. Don't. How much do you want? $10,000. I would have gave you $10 million, but $10,000, here it is. Damn it. Always shooting too low.
I know, right?
He's like, not this time you didn't. Wait, what does that mean?
He caught
me. Corruption's everywhere.
I know, right? I hate how fake government is. So the U.S. House candidate has a long list of accomplishments to bolster her campaign in Florida.
She's got like 17,000 gold records.
Is she? Does Christina Aguilera have 17,000 gold records?
I don't think so. I think she only had like 3 big songs.
She had a Genie in a Bottle, and she had that one song, Beautiful. What was the other one? And why do you know so much about Christina Aguilera?
You know more than I do. I used to have a huge crush on Christina Aguilera, though. Of the Britney Christine, I was like a bigger fan of hers.
Really? I was Camp Britney all the way.
I feel bad, too, because in the MTV thing where Madonna makes out with Britney, everybody forgets that she kissed Christina Aguilera next. Christina Aguilera got the sloppy seconds. Nobody remembers it.
Yeah, you know why? Because she's definitely not the Buzz Aldrin of Madonna's mouth.
That's true. Oh God, maybe she was reluctant.
Yeah,
like right before they get on the stage, Madonna's like, "I'm gonna make out with both of you," and Christina's like, Britney's like, "Okay, let's do this."
Yeah, you taste like Rodman.
Yeah, and it was strawberries, shortcake, rum.
How dare you besmirch Madonna? Madonna is a national treasure. Yeah, I love Madonna. I do. She still looks cute, and she's Madonna.
It's true.
She did Like a Prayer, Sean.
She did do Like a Prayer, and she
had burning crosses in the background.
That's true.
It was going to be a Pepsi commercial, and then Pepsi's like, maybe we shouldn't sponsor a song that has burning crosses in it.
Yeah.
People find that weird.
If there's not context, it definitely looks bad. No, wait, it's Madonna.
No, it's because you got to watch the video. If you watch the video, like the whole thing makes sense.
Now we're racists. Nobody watched the whole video.
Oh, damn it.
And that's why people say yes to Coke. You can't blind taste test that, Richard. You see a burning cross and like, you want Pepsi or Coke? Like, fucking, what commercial is this for? Pepsi? Oh, going Coke all the way. Actually, you know what? That's probably what Pepsi could have done. It could have been like a smear campaign.
The choice of the racist generation.
Yeah, Coke. Well, I don't want to be racist. Well, you better drink Pepsi.
Racist? No. Well, you should drink Coke then. Okay.
No, then Pepsi's like, if you're red, you're dead, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that is a Pepsi smear campaign.
Yeah, they could be
God damn,
we may be racist, but Coke's communist.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying like they project the communist and the racist on the Coke can. Like the burning cross commercial, they say it's for Coke as you drink a Coke.
It's not a Coke. I'm not drinking a Coke. I'm drinking a generic cola.
Oh, okay. That's the Independent.
Yeah.
You know what's funny when you break it down?
I'm drinking the Switzerland of soda, Sean.
Well, I think it's like the Green Party.
What would be? I feel like Sprite would be the Switzerland of sodas.
Yeah, I could see that. Dr. Pepper might be one of them because I think Coke and Pepsi both sell that one.
No, Dr. Pepper's got like its own thing going on. Dr. Pepper's like the Florida of...
You know, when you break it down, like soda's very much like the political landscape of...
Yeah.
It's like a metaphor.
Yeah, you get blue and red.
Yeah.
Pepsi's a blue can, Coke's a red can.
You've got
and then
Independence
Florida's
out there.
Fucking weird, so they're Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Switzerland's Sprite. What's Mountain Dew?
You're going to make me say it, aren't you?
Yep.
The South. I love Mountain Dew. Don't you disparage Mountain Dew.
I used to drink it constantly. I stopped drinking it like months ago.
I'm going to try.
I went cold turkey, Sean. Cold turkey on Mountain Dew.
I'm going to try. So you've seen my most recent like pictures I've been flaunting to myself.
Oh my God.
I am looking good.
How could we not get around?
We made it almost 10 minutes. But I'm just saying, so I'm trying to give up Mountain Dew. The only time I'm going to drink it is at the movie theater and on game days. Only 2 times.
That's it, huh?
Yep. I just started today. Day 1, no Mountain Dew so far.
No, you just decided today?
No, I decided yesterday.
Oh.
And I started today.
I decided, I'm going to do it tomorrow, though.
Well, yeah. I had a couple left over. A couple cans left over. You got to finish it.
So you finished them today?
No, I finished them yesterday.
Okay, so today there's been nothing.
No Mountain Dew today, no sir.
So is tomorrow your cheat day?
Yeah, tomorrow's my cheat day. No, it's only at the movie theater and on game days. Only 2 days I'm going to do it.
Okay.
And then every other Thursday.
Are you going to binge it those 2 days?
Well, but you know what, Richard? Like we said, the election's tomorrow, the midterm election, so it's going to be stressful. So I probably need one then.
Well, probably. Definitely.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just drink a Coke. Wait, they're communists.
Yeah. Better than being a racist.
That's true.
Wait. Anyway, all right, Shawn Rodriguez. Okay, she is best known. This is her campaign in Florida. Perhaps she is best known for claiming that she was abducted by space aliens as a child.
What? So, all right, feed this to me. So she was abducted. Oh my God. Like, I could imagine being abducted right now would be horrible.
Like right this very second? Or just,
yeah, because we're halfway through this podcast and you keep going without me. Because you're the one that carries the show anyway.
I don't think that's true at all. But continue.
But I mean, as a kid, you could probably like hide that stuff like deep in your mind. Like
or your anus.
Oh, Richard. Too far.
What? Okay, I'm just saying, if you get if I say alien abduction, then your first thought is probing.
Yeah. Why is that? Do you think aliens just have like butt stuff, or do you don't think they have butts? Like, what's this whole? And okay, another weird thought.
So basically, you're asking, are they just fascinated with butts?
Yeah, because
because they don't have them, or are they into anal? I think it's just an easy point of entry.
But like whenever we find animals, the first thing we do is not stick something in their butt.
I beg to differ, Shawn.
I guess you're right.
What are you supposed to do with the dog? You always tell me with the dog if you...
Yeah, well, no, that's if you're in a... Like, if you get hostile with an alien, like, that's the... I mean, yeah, they're like, stick your tentacle in its butt, it'll stop fighting.
Well, Shawn, I think that if I'm, being taken against my will and put in a spaceship, I'm going to be quite irate. Well, and probably want to punch somebody. And so their first thought is probably like, quick, jam something in its ass.
That's what you do with the alien. That's like, oh, I got to stick my thumb. Wait, where's your butthole? You don't have a butthole, you alien. It's like,
oh, that's how I respond. As soon as I wake up on the spacecraft, I start licking my thumbs. I'm like, all right.
No, you lick one. You're like, all right, who wants the dry one? Who wants the wet one?
Stay back. Stay back. I've got 2. I've got 10 fingers, and I don't know how many buttholes you people have.
But I can at least fill 10 of them.
I saw E.T.
Yeah, he said phone home, but I know he really meant stick something in my butt. Nothing goes up there. Well, yeah. I mean, unless it's election day.
Unless it's in a loving and caring fashion.
And you kind of look like it. What's your name? Oh, that's beautiful. Where are you from? What's that like this time of year?
I've never been.
And that's the tale. Nice. That's the tale of how Richard and
it's almost fall. Did the leaves turn?
No, but we do.
Oh,
wait, what does that mean?
You want the dry one. Okay, so she is claiming that she was abducted by space aliens. This is a person. This is a real life person.
I mean, how do you
running for office?
Like, I imagine like you debate that person, even if it actually happened. Like you go up, you debate, and it's like, all right, first question, what are you going to do with taxes? Aguilera over there thinks she was abducted by aliens. That's what you say for everything. So how do you feel about
it's kind of like the 9/11 response. You just respond to everything with 9/11, and then people are like, yeah, that makes sense. She's, she seems like
Shawn,
she's tough. She's tough but fair.
So, Shawn, what do you feel about the wall? She said she was abducted by aliens and not illegal aliens, actual aliens.
Actual aliens.
Shawn, healthcare for all. She was abducted by aliens.
Why is no one covering this? I'd like to know. Can we just make this a Q&A? Like, I'm fine. I'll lose the debate, but can we just have a Q&A session about...
Just let her talk. Like, my response every time, aliens. Abducted by aliens.
That's what you do. So for the first debate, you just walk in, and then they ask you a question, and you're sitting there, and you're all measured and listening intently. And then as soon as the man's done speaking and finishes with a question, you just mess up your hair, and you're like, aliens.
Like, oh, so I know we're talking about the wall. So you're talking about illegal aliens? No. I'm talking about aliens. This lady over here, I don't care what she says. She said she was abducted by aliens from outer space. I think that might be racist the way she's saying it. She said it, not me.
I'm not saying she's a racist. I'm saying that sounded racist.
Yeah, I don't speak the language. I wish I did.
That's like
I want
the
to meet an alien.
burning crosses in the Pepsi commercial, huh? Anybody remember that? Anybody?
I don't want to get into the
That's
Coke
why
versus
I drink
Pepsi.
Coke.
Shawn, we want to talk about your pornographic obsession. First off, it's not an obsession. I can quit whenever I want to. I want to tell you this right now. Yesterday was my last day. Today I quit officially. Haven't done it since. I'm going to do it tomorrow, though, because I'm kind of stressed out right now. But aliens.
And then there's cheat day.
Only whenever I go to the movies and game day, I'm going to watch porn and masturbate.
Right.
And
at the same time.
And debates. I mean, wait, are you doing it right now? Sorry, I was looking at my phone. What was the question?
Drink Coke. Pepsi's racist. I don't know. She was abducted by aliens. Why are you even talking to me? Ask her fucking question.
Shouldn't we just call this already? I mean, alien. Who's going to vote for the chick that was abducted by aliens? Did you just say chick, sir? Wait, is that not PC?
Wait, how am I the bad guy here? She was abducted by fucking aliens. How am I the fucking bad guy? How am I grabbing headlines?
You'd be forever known as the guy that lost to the crazy person that was abducted by aliens.
I know. By being racist.
And sexist.
To aliens.
Yeah. Like, we don't even know if they have... Are you assuming their gender? Like, wait a second. What do you say? Are you using that ploy, Shawn? No.
I don't know.
Wait.
All I'm saying is I went up once, couldn't find the buttholes. Licked a thumb. I was poking around. I stuck it in like 3 different places. They said that's not it.
You know what? They kicked me out on the moon. On the moon!
Yeah.
I had to hitchhike
where's
back.
The poo come out?
They're like, poo, no poo. I didn't get it. Then I giggled because they said poo twice.
Rodriguez Aguilera is a long shot in the race for the Miami area seat being vacated by retiring Republican Representative Ilana Ross Langton.
Lincoln?
Last weekend, the Miami Herald endorsed her for the nomination in the Tuesday primary out of a field of 9 candidates. So the Miami Herald endorses alien abduction lady, and it's not see, like, sometimes you see these you see a lot of these like congressional races, especially like state representatives, like, you know, a representative that's going to like the state legislature, like state houses. Like, you see a lot of them, and they're kind of like, they're a little crazy, but you vote but they get voted in because nobody challenges them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, like, you look at the ballot and it's like one person.
Exactly. It's one person. So you're like, well, I mean,
do you ever think when you see that, like, I wonder if I should have ran?
Right? I do that all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I sit there and I'm like, you know, I was like, maybe I should do it.
So I think,
because like, you see these, I see these elections for like county board, you know, and shit like that. And I'm sitting there and like these people like run unopposed.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
well, I think
if I ran, like, what does that pay? What does it pay?
Well, I mean, some of those local ones, I mean, it's probably still like 20, 30 grand a year at least. But I'm thinking, like, for you to do that, you just have to submit your stuff. And
yeah, I would think it's like what,
$500
probably like $250 and like a paper with some signatures on it, right?
Oh, yeah, the signature is probably what you need.
I would think that's all you need. Well, yeah, but I mean, I think you could get, say you need like 200 signatures. Like, I think you could, especially in the world of the internet, I could go online and get 200 signatures.
Well, you can't just get the signatures from like, you know, 6 states over. It's got to be from like your area.
Yeah, because they're totally going to check, Shawn.
They might.
They probably will. You think so?
I'm kind of trying to, do you think like local politics is dirtier than like big politics?
No.
I feel like if you were trying to go up against like, you know, so-and-so who's the only person running, like, you like sign up, you're going door to door, all of a sudden, like, you come out, your tires are slashed, there's a Pepsi can sitting on your truck.
So it's just because so you're saying it's because they don't have enough money to like run attack ads, they just like spray paint your house.
Yeah, they actually threaten you, your livelihood. Like, I don't even need this. I was just doing it as a joke.
I don't have a big enough war chest to run an attack ad. I just want you to know that if you fuck with me, I will burn your house to the fucking ground.
So please don't run for city auditor. What does a city auditor even do?
You know, okay, so that's the thing. No, I've had this conversation with people. Okay, I wonder like why. Let's say, for example, like county sheriff. Okay,
yeah,
like you'll see an election for like county sheriff. And I sit there and I say to myself, I'm like, why are they having an election for a sheriff? Like, does that mean I could be a sheriff?
No, I'm sure it's probably like you can't run for. Well, what's the age of president? Like 35? You have to be.
Yeah, something like that.
Like, I'm sure it's just like that. Like nobody, I think, can just run for president. Like you got to have like certain criteria you have to hit. I'm sure sheriff's the same way.
To run for president, I think you have to be a natural born citizen.
Well, I'm guessing there's probably like other things. Like you have to file. I'm sure there's signature requirements. There's probably money. Like sheriff, I'm sure like you have to have like X number of law enforcement experience.
Yeah, but do you?
I would assume so. I haven't looked it up. I'm just guessing.
But then but I'm saying, like, why have an election if it's just like a thing? Like, why isn't that person just appointed why isn't that person appointed by an elected board? Like, say, a county board.
That's a good point. I mean, so, like, it'd probably be more like the governor, maybe, or somebody like the highest up in the county.
Right. I look at it in terms of say like a Supreme Court nominee. Okay. Like, we don't elect a Supreme Court judge, but we elect people that help appoint those.
Yeah.
So why am I voting for a sheriff? And does that mean I could run for sheriff? And if that's the case, I want to run for sheriff for no other reason than just to have the badge. I want the badge.
Why don't you just become a police officer?
I could walk around and be like, there's a snake in my boots.
Let's see. Okay, so I just found it. So, like, there's 3 parts. There's 13 steps. Holy shit, there's a WikiHow. Richard, I swear to God.
There is a WikiHow on how to do it.
If there's a WikiHow on how to be sheriff,
then that means anybody can fucking do it, Shawn.
All right, so in part 1, you have to meet the basic requirements. So you have to be a U.S. citizen.
Okay.
You have to be over the age of 18.
Check.
Live in the place where you want to become sheriff.
Check.
Be in good physical and mental health.
How is that figured out?
All right, so it says since a sheriff must endure...
I went to a doctor.
Yeah.
He said I was fine. But like, what if I went to like a crazy doctor?
Yeah, he's like, he's fine. He says he was abducted by aliens.
Well, I was abducted by aliens.
That's how I got my degree.
Yeah, they gave me a degree. They stuck a pill in my bum during the alien abduction and gave me all the knowledge of doctoring. That's how you say it, right? All the doctoring knowledge.
It says
I don't know. I wrote on the degree paper. I wrote my name in crayon. Yellow crayon.
So for good physical and mental health, it says since the sheriff must endure a lot of physical or psychological and physical strain, it's important to have the ability to endure all different types of stress.
Okay.
So in order to run for sheriff, you'll need to be able to pass both physical and mental health tests.
So I have to like.
So there's. So I think it's just like being a police officer. Like you have to run the mile an X number of bit. There's probably some kind of written test. You have to have a high school diploma or a GED.
Okay.
Okay. So part 2, you have to gain field experience. Okay. So this is where you're failure right at the moment. You gotta get this. So you have to graduate from a police academy.
Oh, I do. So I have to go to a police academy.
That's what it says. You have to work in law enforcement. So you have to work for X number of years. It sounds like.
But again, I'm asking. Why am I electing a sheriff? Like, why isn't a sheriff just appointed? Why do I have to elect them?
Say, if you're asking me without actually looking it up, I would assume because it's probably, I guess that's just to be like, so the, I don't know, is it like a smaller level of president almost? Like it's an elected official, not just somebody it's not like we don't just let a general run our country. Like you have to be elected. Let's see. So countries across the country will elect their top law enforcement officials. It's a unique system. While communities in the U.S. and in virtually every nation appoint their police chiefs, experts say most American communities with a sheriff elect someone to hold the position.
See, that makes no sense to me. I'll tell you another one that also makes no sense to me. Coroner. Why the fuck am I electing a coroner?
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Because, like, what if 2 people are running? Like, how do I choose?
Do you think that's a way to stop corruption? So it's not like a position that gets sold to somebody? Is that part of it? What platform does a coroner need to run on? Be like, I promise I won't fuck the bodies. I mean, that's the main one.
Be like step 1. That's the whole debate.
Well, I mean, that's
They have
what
like this televised event, and everybody's sitting there, and the moderator's like, "Good evening, thank you for joining us today. We are at the 22nd annual coroner's debate. With us is Tom Daschle. He's running on the Republican ticket." And
He's
we
the
have
incumbent
we have our incumbent, Mr. Matt Dowlston.
Johnson.
Matt Johnson, and he is our current incumbent. And now for the panel, I've selected a list of questions. The first question goes to you.
Opening comments. Let me be. What'd you say the first guy's name was? Matt something?
Tom Daschle.
All right, I'm Tom Daschle. All right, so let me get my opening comment. I'd like to thank you very much for having me here. As you know, I have got many years as a coroner, and I just want to say that there's been a lot of rumors being spread, a lot of evil things being said. But I just want to tell you this. The incumbent has never come out and admitted to not fucking any dead people. Now, he looks a little sexually frustrated to me. Am I right?
You hear what he say about me, Mr. Moderator? You don't vote for him no more.
I rest my case. Sir, this isn't oh God, we're just in a high school.
All right, let me go to my
cafeteria.
second point. Aliens. Yeah, why am I electing a coroner? What platform does a coroner need to run on that I have to like make a decision?
What's funny is if they're running on party lines too. It's like if they're a Republican or a Democrat, it's like
how does that apply to being a fucking coroner? Makes no sense to me.
Yeah, because they don't even vote on anything, do they? They're just the ones that show up to like official.
Yeah. They walk into a room, they pick up an arm, they drop it on the ground, they're like, "Yep, he's dead," and then they write their name on a piece of paper.
Yep, and then stick it on their toe. I'm hungry.
Then off they go to heaven, right? That's where all the dead people go, right, Shawn?
That's what they told me.
That's what you told me.
Yeah, they do, Richard.
Okay.
With the dogs. All dogs and people go to heaven.
I saw the movie. I know all dogs go to heaven. I'm not a fucking idiot.
Oh, so speaking of kid movies, I tried to watch Land Before Time.
Oh, why did you do that to yourself?
Because I remember watching as a kid and being like, hey, this was a cute little story. It's not cute,
Oh my
Richard.
God, no, Shawn, it's not cute.
Yeah.
Shawn, I was 8 years old and I bawled my eyes out. I've never watched it since. I can't do it. It's not worth it.
We got
it's
8
not
minutes
worth
in.
that having that weight on your heart.
I know. We got 8 minutes in and my kid was seeing the T-Rex and was freaking out. My wife's like, what are you watching? I'm like, I don't know. But our kid's not going to sleep ever again.
Nope. And that's your fault.
Yeah, it was. And
that's the story of how Shawn how the boy never got a little brother or sister. In an interview, Rodriguez Aguilera says she is grateful for the endorsement from the Miami Herald and that her tale of kidnapping by aliens does not define her.
I think it does.
I think it does too. Considering I'm reading a story where the headline is Florida candidate says alien abduction doesn't define her.
Yeah. I mean, think about this, Richard. Like,
That's
I'm sure
the fucking headline.
She gets this position. She works her way up. Let's say she runs for president. You don't think that's going to come up?
Yeah, right? Be like, I'm tired of this, okay? Yes, I was abducted by aliens. I don't think that should define me. Yes, from you in the back. I think it should because that sounds fucking insane.
Yeah. So what do you feel about open borders? Build the bull. Build the bull.
Fuck. So the Miami Herald, out of a field of 9 people, they endorsed the one that's like, yeah, I was abducted by aliens.
You know why,
so
right?
What does that say about the other 8?
You know, there's like 6 people sitting around like, all right, guys, listen, we got the elections coming up. We got these 9 for this party that we'll name later because we're not naming it now because we're bipartisan. Listen, I got a fucking headache. Our paper sales are going down. Like, give me something. What can we do here? Like, well, this guy, he's got a scandal. Like, what'd he do? He took donations over the allotted amount. It's like fucking boring. You're fired, Greg. But I just started. You're fired. Go. Fuck you.
Get the fuck out of here.
God.
Nobody wants that fucking shit.
TMZ's hiring Greg. Go fucking do something there.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Maybe you can go to Gawker.
Like, listen, I'm here. I'm missing my kid's softball game right now. Well, this lady said she was abducted by aliens. God, listen, No more wall talk. I'm done with actual
here's what
space
we're gonna
aliens.
do. Everybody just put all their pictures on the fucking wall and let's just throw a dart, okay? Because I'm ready to call this. I've got shit to do. My wife said she's primed and ready to go. I don't want to miss out because I don't know if you know this gentleman, married gentleman. I mean, it's a window and it closes. Am I right? Am I right? Get those pictures up there. Let's get this going. Oh, the alien abduction girl. Whatever. I don't give a shit. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Well, I figured that'd be like, listen, we could, if she wins, and then like, let's say like we keep pushing this lady, like she's gonna be governor. We're gonna be the ones that have the story, the scoop. We're gonna be the ones that got behind her, like the aliens did.
With probes. Okay, she says, it has nothing to do with what I've done. It happened when I was 7 years old, she said. I am so proud of the Miami Herald and what they did. Rodriguez Aguilera said she was taken aboard a spaceship. Here's the story, Shawn, right? She said she was taken aboard a spaceship as a young girl by blonde extraterrestrials who resembled the Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio de Janeiro. You know, everybody always says they're abducted by little green men or gray men.
I always think of the gray men, like the long, slender bodies and the big fat heads.
Right? But like this one lucked out. Like, why couldn't I get abducted? Like, I was abducted. What they look like? There was a bunch of blondes. I was abducted by blondes.
I was abducted by Mark Paul Goslin, Zach Morris.
And then I found out it was just a bunch of little gray men wearing blonde wigs.
Well, I wonder if it's
cross-dressing bastards. No wonder they wanted in my asshole.
Well, I wonder if it's like they just take on like whatever you think, like to make you like the South Park did that. Where they're like, oh, we only take this form because that's what humans expect. Like we can be whatever you want. What about a taco that poops ice cream? Sure, turns into a taco that poops ice cream.
If that was true, would you eat the ice cream?
Does it taste like ice cream?
Well, you're gonna have to taste it to find out if it tastes like ice cream.
Does it smell like ice cream?
Maybe.
Nah, if it doesn't, if it's a maybe, then no.
Your nose is stuffed up.
Oh, am I hungry?
Yes.
How hungry?
I mean, you could wait, but
I'd probably wait.
Okay.
Would you eat it?
Probably. I wouldn't like immediately pick it up and shovel it in, but like I'd take it and like kind of like stick my tongue out just a little bit and like just put the tip of my tongue on it.
You'd like wine taste it,
like that kind of like you tasting it, that if somebody looked at you, then you could like turn your head real quick and be like, what? I was smelling it.
I was smelling it with my tongue like a snake. That's how humans do it.
That's how we do it. Don't
Richard,
check my asshole to find out.
Richard, I'm a human too. Oh, fuck.
Aliens.
He was abducted by aliens. You're on the spaceship with me.
She says the aliens told her the center of the world's energy is Africa, and that thousands of non-human skulls were once discovered in a cave on the Mediterranean island of Malta.
Is that a real island?
Malta? Yeah.
Where's that at? Is that in Africa?
No, it's in the Mediterranean.
Oh, because you said Mediterranean.
I did. So Malta is kind of off the coast of Italy.
Okay.
It's a halfway small island. They had a group of knights there called the Knights of Malta that they looked fucking badass because they were knights. And you know how the Knights Templar always wore like the white tunics with the red cross?
Yeah.
So the Knights of Malta wore something that looked almost exactly like it, but it was a black tunic with a white cross.
Dang.
Right?
Was this like the Wonder Woman island, but those dudes?
No, you're thinking of the island of Lesbos.
No, that's what I'm saying. This is the island of
Malta.
Manta Ray. They're like, all right, guys, let's spar and then we'll probe. Wait,
they got that whole place over there fucking full of chicks. You know what there's no island of? There's no island of men. So let's make that island. What are we gonna call it? Fucking ILO Sausage Fest? That sounds like a fucking terrible island. I don't want to live here. Do you want to live here, Steve? I don't mind. Shut up, Steve.
But we already got the plaque made. We did call it Isle of Sausage. No, we'll take it back.
I'll
keep it. Put it over my bunk. Shut up, Steve.
Nobody likes you. Why'd we put him on this island anyway? He was enthusiastic to come. I bet he was.
He sang a number and everything.
She said she had witnessed paranormal activity since then and saw a UFO at age 17.
It's like checking up on her. Like, listen here, lady.
They're
Why
like,
don't you
hey,
have
you run
enough?
for fucking office yet?
We gave you all these ideas.
Don't tell them about us because everybody will think you're fucking crazy.
Yeah. Oh, shit. What if that is the point? They try to teach her all these things. Like, hey, listen, get into office, get a position. You're going to be the one to create world peace. And she gets back and she's like, I saw an alien.
They told me I'm going to make world peace. And they're like, yeah, whatever, Deborah. Get the fuck back in line. Why don't you go run for coroner or something fucking stupid that nobody cares about?
Oh, did she run for coroner first?
No. I don't know. I haven't looked. I haven't read.
I always think it's interesting how you get into politics. Like, that seems like, especially this day and age, like with social media and the internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our podcast.
Are you saying we should run for office, Sean? Neither one of us have been abducted by aliens.
It's true.
So I don't think we have much
by aliens?
Is that a requirement?
To be abducted by aliens?
Maybe.
If there's lizard people, probably. Maybe that's how you walk in and they're like, deep, boop, 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 deep, deep. Like, yeah. Like, oh, he understands us.
Oh my God, what if that's it? Okay, wait, ready? Okay, here we go. We're diving down the rabbit hole. What if
we're diving through the wormhole?
So lizard people control the government, right?
Yeah, I've already told you this and you didn't believe me. You called me stupid.
So lizard people control the government.
You're like, I'm like Richard. Lizard people control the government. Like, Sean, you're stupid. Stop drinking. You need to stop smoking and doing all that crazy stuff. That's what you said. Hurt my feelings. I cried, Richard. You know what I did? I stopped drinking Mountain Dew because of it.
You stopped for one day.
I know. I'm already getting the jitters.
I knew it. So what if the aliens abducted this lady and like they're like, listen, world's run by lizard people, but they've because in order to make it look like they're still like the people are in control, they still have people still have the ability to vote people into office.
Oh, shit.
And so she's like the fucking Manchurian candidate.
Yeah, but then that's why they told her about the skulls. Like, guess what? All those skulls, those are human skulls because the lizard people cut the skin off of it to have their own because they can only have it for so long. Because, dead skin doesn't last very long. I don't know if you know this, but I used to be coroner of San Jose County.
I was elected. I don't know why they have an election for it, but I don't know. To each their own. Am I right?
I mean, I was
the idea. Hey, we could put Manchurian candidates in office.
I mean, I was the only one running, but a win's a win, right? There was a guy, Richard. He was going to run against me. I put a Coke can on his car and slashed his tires.
And I burned a cross in his yard. He stopped coming to debates. So yeah, what if this is like a Cold War between aliens and lizard people, and that's what this candidate is for? Like, she's gonna come into office and she'd be like, okay, first rule, we're gonna all go to our basements or we're all gonna make sure the ambient temperature in our house is 38 degrees. And all the lizard people are like, we can't survive in this.
Yeah. She's like, first new law, we all have to put salt on our hands. I'm like, all right. Like, oh, I thought that would hurt. I thought you were lizard people. That only works for slug people, Deborah.
Get your fucking shit straight. Read a book.
I was elected to lead, not to read.
She also said she has been in touch with the aliens telepathically long after the abduction.
What are they telling you right now, Deborah? They're telling me that you better stop asking stupid questions or they're going to probe you next.
Yeah. Cover your assholes, bitches. That's what they're saying.
You're very hostile, Deborah.
We're coming for them. And put salt on your hands. That only works with slug people, bleep blorb.
What's bleep blurb beam? It's Deborah. Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Even if it's hard to believe there's a starman waiting in the sky, Rodriguez won't back down. She says, I stick to my guns when I believe in something. In the Sunday editorial, the Miami Herald reported that two of the leading two of the leading Republican candidates, Miami-Dade Commissioner Bruno Barrio and Spanish language television journalist Maria Elvira Salazar, did not take part in the paper's endorsement process. And beyond Rodriguez Aguilera, the editorial found that the remaining candidates unprepared or unqualified.
So she was
basically, they're
choice.
like, look, we had no choice.
We didn't even want to do this.
We didn't want to do this, but like, I don't know. There was two people, and we tried to talk to them, and they're like, I don't have time for you.
We're like Miami Herald. They're like, what is that? We're like, it's a newspaper. They're like, what's a newspaper? We're like, fuck. We have a podcast. We're like, what's a podcast? We're like, oh, just
and I'm
get
like,
the
you
alien
sound like
chick.
my mother, and
like, what's a mother? I'm like, lizard person.
We realized that Rodriguez Aguilera is an unusual candidate, the editorial noted, adding that the paper was impressed with her boots on the ground ideas and experiences. Hey, Shawn, her boots may be on the ground, but her head is in the stars. I just came up with that. I just came up with that right now. That. Thanks, buddy.
Boots on the ground, but head in the stars. That might be an episode title.
That'd be something you put on a poster.
It would be.
Like if you're campaigning, my boots are on the ground and my head's in the stars.
Oh, yeah.
And my anus is presented.
But think about that. You're like, ask me about my foreign policy. Maybe that's a good sign. Ask me about my foreign policy.
Oh, yeah. And then just a picture with a little gray man with a fucking probe in his hand.
No, it'd be a Freddie Prinze Jr. blonde looking dude. Looks like Jesus.
Yeah, with a probe in his hand.
Yeah, oh gosh, she's getting the nerds. She's getting the religious people. She's getting like the people who are all about foreign politics.
Yep, anal enthusiasts.
Yeah, she's hitting all the gamuts.
All the G-spots.
Yeah.
All the prostates.
She's got my vote. You don't live in Florida. Yeah, I know.
To each their own, right? No, that's not.
You can't do that. That's illegal, Shawn. Well. Tomato.
When in Rome. You're not in Rome.
Yeah, you're not even in Florida. I'm not voting in the Florida election. Just FYI.
She's a former city council member in the suburb of Doral, who's the daughter of a Cuban political prisoner. She was previously a social worker, ombudsman at the Miami-Dade County Manager's office, and now runs a business training women in other countries how to run for political office.
Oh, nice. That's pretty good. That's got.
She's like, listen, first thing you gotta tell them, aliens.
Yeah, maybe that's how she recruits. She's like, all right, who
She's
here's
the one
been
that probably
abducted?
wrote that WikiHow on how to be a sheriff.
All right, sheriffs, which one of you have been abducted by aliens?
Wrong answer. Right answers, all of you. That's what you should have said. But what if it's not true? Just make it up. It's fucking aliens. What are they gonna do? Prove it?
Yeah, I told mine looked like a Jesus.
It's like a Patronus jar from Harry Potter.
This guy said
Mine
it looked
like Jesus. Mine look like little gray men.
Mine looked like Zach Morris. Oh, mine looked like Screech.
The theme of my campaign is people above politics. She trains people around the world about democracy.
You know what that's code for, Richard? People above lizard people.
Yeah, because the lizard people are the ones that are going to fucking tear it all down.
What if lizard people do all this because they're like, oh, let's watch. It's like their reality TV. It's like, let's watch all these humans act amok. That one thinks she was abducted by alien. Wait, do the aliens know about this planet yet? Oh, God.
They do
War.
now. I hope you boys brought a shovel.
Because I'm about to throw some salt on you. That only works for slug people. How many times we got to say that? Gesundheit.
Whoever emerges from the from the field will face one of 5 Democratic candidates, and the seat is considered one of the party's best chances for a switch. Polls show the leader on the other side is a former Health and Human Services Secretary, Donna Shalida, who was also president of the University of Miami and the University of Wisconsin. The Herald, however, endorsed somebody else on the other side for the primary. So let's see. I'm trying to figure out who actually won the I want to know if she actually won the primary.
I gotcha. That's another weird thing. Primaries, just a bunch of people in a room. They stand in a square for who they want to win.
Let's see. I think she actually won. Wait a minute. Let's see. Find the site. Yeah, I'm actually at her campaign site. Worked tirelessly to take South Florida's most difficult challenges for over 4 decades in the public and private sector. There is nothing on this front page about being abducted by aliens, and you know what? I think that's wrong.
That would be your opening. That'd be like what you'd lead with, like laser beam.
Wouldn't it be?
Oh shit! No, you make it like an old '90s style website. Like you have like a little UFO,
like a GeoCities page.
Listen, your politics is old. Do you want somebody that's like an old fuddy dud, or do you want somebody who was abducted by aliens? Vote for Aguilera. I'm an Aguilera in a UFO.
Gotta probe me the right way, honey.
You are probed in every single way.
Oh.
Votes won't bring us down. No, actually, they will. If you don't get enough, they'll bring you down. Totally.
I don't think she won, Sean.
She didn't win the primary?
I don't think she won the primary.
Do you think it was the abduction thing?
Gee, I don't know. I should have looked this up. Nope, didn't win. Nope, didn't win the primary.
No. How many did she lose by? Does it say?
I don't have the results. I was just I looked at who's running in the actual district.
Oh,
right
and it's
now.
not her.
Nope, not her.
Oh, that stinks.
I know, right?
You know, that's the bad thing. Is like we don't have truth in politics anymore. She was just trying to share her truth, and she wasn't even putting it on Front Street. She's like, "Listen, this does not define me." Just like Coke or Pepsi. You know that video from the '80s with Madonna dancing.
Yep.
In front of those crosses.
Maria Elvira Salazar is the one that won the nomination. But you know what, Sean? You know what happens if you switch around the letters in Salazar? You get
Salamander.
Lazard.
I'm Mrs. Susan Liz Ard. Oh.
See? The whole thing was a cover up.
Yep.
We just want you to know
before this gets taken down. Oh God, look how this gets taken down.
We just want you to know
Aguilera was the one.
Aguilera.
That won.
The whole thing was a setup.
Tell the truth. Sean,
the lizard people got to the election board, and that's the only reason that you're not there. But we want you there.
Bros for Aguilera. But you know, if we get that site, like that could have multiple meanings. We could use it, Bros for Aguilera. We could use it during the election cycle. We can use it whenever that show.
Use it as like a voice fan page.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what show. There are so many of those damn like America's Got Talent and stuff like that.
Yeah. What do you think would happen if one of the singers, like at the end of their song, is like, "Oh, and by the way, I was abducted by aliens."
Go all Kanye West.
I just want you to know,
lizard people are real.
Lizard people are real, and I am against them. Don't let them silence me.
Oh God, here they come! Quick, get the salt.
Pour it on their hands. That's what you do, right? Maybe. I don't know.
Only works for slug people, asshole.
Get your shit straight.
Oh.
Aliens was wrong.
What voice was that?
I don't know. It was Florida, right?
Yeah, Florida's. You know what's interesting? So, kind of a side note as we're tying this down. There's the Florida-Georgia line. And the one time I went to Florida, like,
baby, you with song, you make me want. That's
no, not that one.
Oh,
but like we got into Florida, and Florida, I mean, it's like where old people go to die. Like you said,
you're at
Mark
the end
Maron,
of your life or the end of your rope.
We like crossed into Georgia just on this side. We're in a bathroom, or not in a bathroom. We're at like a fast food restaurant, like at a gas station.
Oh, Sean,
I know,
you naughty boy.
Well, first off, when I went to the bathroom, something shook in the trash can, scared the shit out of me. I don't know if it was a snake, a mouse, a rat, or what.
It was probably an alligator.
Could have been baby alligator. But as we're sitting there eating our food, there's a little kid there, and his mom's like, "So, Bubba Ray, how's your food taste? Little Bubba Ray goes, damn good, mama.
Did that really happen?
Yeah, that really happened. That's Georgia for you.
Were you expecting one of them to like whip out a banjo right then?
Ding, 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 ding. Mama, I wrote this little ditty for you. Ding, 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 ding. So I was abducted by aliens.
Car.
I was abducted by aliens. In a few years, I'll run for state representative.
Well, that's it. That's all. Unfortunately, this election did not get off the ground. This candidacy left a bad taste in everybody's mouth from the probing.
Well, Richard, just as Casey Kasem used to say, keep reaching for the stars, because even if you miss, you'll hit the moon.
Oh my God, Shawn, did you just have a closing thought?
I think so.
That was nice.
Thanks. Do you have any Richard's closing thought to tidy this up?
No. Let's have yours. You had yours.
Right. I like it.
I like it too.
All right, well, let me do a little bit of housekeeping as we're tidying this up. Visit our website, we're languageofbromance.com. Follow us on Twitter, we're at languageofbro. Email us at eatthebeaver@languageofbromance.com. Let's see what else you can like us on Facebook, and just make sure you go out and recruit anybody that you know and love to join this group of LOB Army members and like us on all those places that we're liked. And you can always find us as part of the Pod Bros Network.
We're the endorsing house of any candidate that's been abducted by aliens.
Yes.
Whether you're a state representative or a sheriff, or a coroner,
auditor,
yeah,
or an otter. If you're going to go for state otter,
whatever the fuck that is.
You know what? Actually, Pod Bros is running for the official Department of Podcast. That's what they're running for.
We need a secretary of podcasts.
Yeah.
To fight the lizard people podcast. I'm talking to you, Earwolf.
Earwolf. We know what that means. Ear lizard. Get the salt. All right. Well, is there anything else before I close her out, Richard?
Nope.
All right. Well, I'm about to
shots fired.
Well, that's all the bromance we have for this show. I'm Shawn.
And I'm Richard.
And I say we eat the vote on Tuesday, Beaver. This comes out like 3 weeks after.
This comes out like 3 weeks later.